This place got a new face, killing Joe's face. Got a Joe thing, chilling in a new fade. Blue space in a new place, what did he say? He done tic-tac, feeling like a true play. Step back and I never say no. I was winning over there, now I'm running out of flow. Got a feeling in the air, but I'm feeling kinda low. Got a ceiling over here, and I think it's gonna blow. Hey, this place got a new face, killing Joe's face.
What is good, everybody? I know it's been like 2 months, but what you been watching? Aquarian OG, you should get to know me. So yeah, I've been away for a little bit, been doing a couple things here and there. I found something that I dove my interest in like completely, and that is crypto. Man, once I understood crypto, I mean, I've been like curious about it, you know, just kind of dabbling in and looking in and seeing what's going on and dipping back out, you know, not doing much of anything. But yeah, did a little class, something stuck, and I began to understand in depth what was going on. So I've been away doing that. I had to build my portfolio, and it's looking pretty nice. Anywho, we're gonna be back on the scene with the videos. Now that I'm comfortable spot with that, I got that. I had today. This ain't paying right now, so I got to do what pays. And crypto is actually paying, even though we're in this slump bear market. I'm all right. I'm all right with that. And I'm in a position that it's gonna be popping. But yeah, so. Anyway, I've been on the videos, steadily watching, building up a little hot list, and then I came across this. Woke up this morning, looked at I usually look at the Google feed, scroll up get a quick view of how the day is gonna go based on the news that I'm looking at, or what have you is going on. Some interesting subjects, to say the least. And I saw that Chappell had gone back to Ghana, right? And I'm like, cool. And then it said that he offended people with gay jokes or whatever like that. And I'm like, I can't see Ghana people being offended by that. They already know what Dave Chappell's comedy is. So I'm like, all right, let me go watch this. So I watched it. And I'm like, I don't mean to call anybody out, but this particular channel, I just gotta say, I call bullshit right now. Y'all know Dave Chappelle is loved over in Africa. Y'all know Ghana loves African Americans coming to Ghana. You also are aware that there's been a movement called the Great Return back to Ghana. Why this news channel chose to put this out, that Dave Chappelle had offended people with gay jokes. Number one, Ghana don't give a damn. Yeah, that's not their thing. That's a Western thing. Western world isn't it this gay stuff. This stuff is wild. Spinning narratives like that, y'all know we know the history. Cut it out, y'all. Anyway, we're gonna get into this. So if you have not liked and subscribed, hit that bell so you get the notifications when I drop more videos, because I am dropping more videos. Today is shooting day. I got nothing else to do today but shoot videos and play video games. I'm all about videos. No, I'm kidding, but I am going to be shooting a lot of videos today. And I am going to be playing some video games. But that wasn't the point. It's cracking. Getting used to this talking thing again, you know, been away for a while. It's a rust, knocking the rust off. This is going to be something that I have in parts too, because first I'm going to play the video that got my attention because it didn't match. I'm like, something ain't smelling right. So then when I did my due diligence and looked into it myself, because I do that, due diligence is my best friend. Due diligence is your homie. I found out it's completely not. Absolutely freaking not what the hell was going on over there. So, yeah. A dude came out of hiding. I had to get this video out because y'all steadily trying to lie on Dave freaking Chappelle. Leave this man alone. Leave him the F alone. Why is y'all up in his business? He trying to handle black business. Leave him the fuck alone. And by black business, I say black business because it has something to do with mostly black people. And I say mostly because somebody got to be a pilot. A pilot ain't always going to be black. But we're dealing with black business. But yo, see, people need to understand there's business outside and there's business inside. And I know you understand because y'all keep all your business between your people. You don't see Arabs coming out throwing their dirty laundry on. You don't see white folks doing that much to do all that. You know what I'm trying to say. People protect their color. When it comes to the business, stay the hell out of the business. They don't involve you. That's the hell the problem with TikTok. But yeah, so this narrative, check this out. It's completely not what the hell was going on. Hit that subscribe.
Following his inaugural Black Star Line Festival held in Accra, Ghana on January 6th, Chance the Rapper is receiving major backlash for his choice and a special guest featured in this year's festival. American as well as Ghanaian fans expressed disappointment when Dave Chappell was announced as a surprise co-host for a special one-on-one conversation with Chance regarding relations across the diaspora.
You got that part right. Americans and Africans were disappointed, or Africans, the people over there was disappointed when they heard Dave Chappelle was coming. One thing I ain't never heard of was people being disappointed that Dave Chappelle was going to show up. This was the Smurf sniff. The first sniff of it got kind of Smurfy around here.
Among the disapproval, with Chance centering Ghana in his entrepreneur ventures at the financial detriment of the country.
Yo, I just gotta say that hairstyle she rocking is sculpted. I can dig it.
Country's natives, Ghanaians felt Dave's invitation was in poor taste, due to the latest criticism for what is perceived to be anti-LGBTQ rhetoric in his stand-up comedy.
Second piece of bullshit that I smelt. Ghanaians don't give a damn about LGBTQ. It's not accepted there. It's not their problem. Like I said earlier, it's a Western thing. It's like 0.0000 something low 1% of Ghanaians or even Africans are gay. Get that shit out of here. Y'all trying to spin that narrative. Cut it out. Matter of fact, the dude talking is even black, I think. It sounds like he is. Come on, homie. You know better than that.
Dave's presence posed an issue for many of Ghana's natives because of the country's volatile.
Dave's presence posed an issue. But this picture, it don't look like an issue. The president don't look like he has an issue with it. Pile of bullshit number 3.
Political climate regarding intersex identity. Currently, there's a proposed anti-LGBTQ bill in Ghana. The Los Angeles Blade reports. The measure would criminalize cross-dressing, public affection between two people of the same sex, marriage among same-sex couples, or the intent to marry someone who is the same sex.
This is their prerogative. It's a whole nother country. It's a whole nother piece of dirt. This ain't their problem. This is a Western thing. If you look at what's going on in the West, and I'm talking West like all the colonized areas, the US, UK, all of that, up and down, all around. Excuse me. It's a Western issue. Whew. You ever get a burp stuck in the center of your chest? Okay. they can pass this bill. It's not a huge issue over there. This story right here is painting this like there's a whole big majority of Ghanaians that are Ghanaians, and come on, yo. It's such a small problem there. It don't even really matter that this bill is here. And pretty much a majority of them is okay with this. It's America that ain't okay with this. It's America that got bigger problems than them. Y'all need to get your head out of your ass, new guys.
Allies would be punished with even more time in prison, up to 10 years. Speculation and disapproval to Chappell's invitation to the
I bet you them people was agents. I wouldn't put it past them to be agents. Some plants up in here. Like what, a whole 3 people? That's probably all they have over there. I'm being sarcastic, but you know what I'm saying. The gay population is not huge over there.
Years.
And you just have to accept that they ain't accepting it.
To Chappell's invitation to the festivities circulated throughout groups of fans and festival goers, some even getting up and leaving during the talk between the entertainers. In a Twitter thread, one participant described the conversation as Chappell bashing queer and trans people unprovoked.
What kind of name is this? Duke Silver's Feminist Sax. That sounds like a plant. Another fun part of his talk was how gay jokes go over so well in Africa. You can't say anything. You can say anything. That sounds out of context in a mofo. Anyway.
Before she would ultimately excuse herself from the event. When asked about transphobic or homophobic comments made during the conversation, Chance...
They had to have that picture of Chance looking like, uh-oh. They trying. They really trying. Dave, you see this shit? Dave was making a comment about the comedy scene in Ghana when he said, I bet gay jokes go over so well here, which everybody laughed about. And he was making a point to say that in Ghana, you can make jokes about things that are about gay people, about trans people, about... Do they have trans people over there? I can't see them caring. About trans people, about a lot of social constructs. Social constructs, exactly. Just about anything in the world. Ain't that called freedom of speech? And y'all spinning the hell out of what he's trying to say. If he said this. But we'll see. Because I got the video.
So Rolling Stone, Dave was making a comment about the comedy scene in Ghana when he said, I bet gay jokes go over so well here. To which everybody laughed about. And he was making a point to say that in Ghana, you can make jokes about things that are about gay people, about trans people, about a lot of social constructs, just about anything in the world. But you can't make a comment about the government there. That's not funny.
Hey, them outside countries, they don't play about them governments. You will get murked. That's one thing I know when it comes to the GOVT. Shut your ass up if you outside the United States. Your government sucks. That stuff can get you killed. You can get murked. He right about that one. Do not.
And that's not respected. And it can be dangerous. It's the complete opposite where we come from, where we can speak about the government all we want. To add to the critiques of the Black Star Festival, which was named after a company founded by activist Marcus Garvey, some Ghanaians felt that due to the extreme poverty experienced by the country's natives, exacerbated by American tourism, the festival seems out of place. In a blog post about the gentrification of Accra, Adewa Fofi, a Ghanaian writer, stated, the government has heavily invested in tourism. It has become their balm to soothe the gaping hole that decades of corruption, mismanagement, bad policies, sheer negligence, wickedness, and greed has left inside this country. This is not unique to Accra. Almost all of the other African countries are experiencing this same issue. You can't fix decades of corruption and mismanagement with tourism. In an interview with Rolling Stone, the Chicago native responded to these claims by stating that he only hired Ghanaian people to
Miss Chance's music. His first album was the shit. Just had to say that.
work in every aspect of the festival, as well as ensuring they only use Ghanaian currency, SETI, at any point while visiting the country. He added, the overall goal is just to create community. I think that within this trip, a lot of people that came from the diaspora were very respectful of the space. A lot of people created substantial relationships and connections that I think will live long after this festival. I think it's something that we just have to remain in conversation about. I think it's important that those issues are raised and those conversations are had. The Black Star Line Festival featured artists like Erykah Badu, T-Pain, and Vic Mensa. The festival was free for all, hosting more than 50,000 guests. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Do you think Chance is doing the right thing by hosting this event? And be sure to look out for more of the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hyper.
So yeah, that was their spin. All right. We're going to get to this other part. We're going to take a look at the trip of Dave going over to Africa. We're going to have this marked in sections, so if you want to skip ahead, just go to the sections. So this is Dave Chappell's return to Ghana. This is where it all started up, you know.
It takes many people a lifetime to make this one journey. Any single son or daughter that comes from the legacy of Africans who left these shores, anytime one individual makes it back here, it has defied the odds.
Beyond the return. Okay, so the great return that was going on in Ghana, or actually still is going on, because I don't consider it over. Damn. Dave said the same thing. I can hear him in my head going, damn. You know how he do? Pretty much. That's about what I would have did.
Oh, there's the go.
Looking like jungle to me. Cap. That's badass. Look at that. I like that. Check out this coast. Palm trees. The only thing is the coast makes you think of the history of the coast too. So you kind of like side eye. That's all in changing the energy of it. Changing the history. Not the history, but you know, the legacy.
Welcome to our family reunion.
Contrary to the reports that the other news channel gave, this does not look like they protested. Or boo, or whatever the case was.
And Americans make some noise for the African fathers and mothers.
They sound so mad.
Tonight is a very special night. Everyone bear witness. Tonight we were all together. We were all peaceful. We were all happy. We were all respected.
Cape Coast Fortress. Okay, that's a fortress. I believe it. Looks like a fortress. Is that the spot where this area over here? I don't know if my cursor's on the. No, my cursor ain't on the screen. Over here, off of where the word fortress is, off that triangular corner, there's two pillars on that hill. I think that's the spot where the slaves left to go on the boats and all this other stuff. If I remember right. I forget what they call it, like Golden Gates or something like that. Or not Golden Gate, but I forget what that name was.
Most often we see African history starting with the slave trade or colonialism, and that is not fair to the history.
Man, why is it that Black history has to start with the slave trade? We did more than that. And if it ain't the slave trade, it's Egypt.
Of African people, because that was the interruption of African history, not the beginning of African history. This dungeon, it descends into darkness.
Male slave dungeon. Everlasting memory. I don't think I'm gonna get to read that.
And that descent into darkness is more than just physical, because it's here that was the beginning of the manufacturing of the Negro. Africans were captured here in their original identity, in their original state, and it was here they were brought down into darkness and were stripped naked. They were never allowed again to be known in their Ashanti identity, in their Akan identity, in their Ga identity. So they erased all of that and simply said, they're black people, Negro.
They did. Check out this view. Yeah, we're gonna check out some views. It's almost over anyway, though. That's the fortress from the back view. So yeah, I think that was the gates that slaves left to go and come across for the transatlantic. There's a lot of triangles in this picture. I already distrust triangles. There's a lot of triangles in this picture.
Millions of Africans passed through these doors, but they walked through these doors, many of them still believing in Mother Africa, believing in their village, believing that someone would come looking for them. Some of them just wanted to take some soil in their hand. Some of them believed they just spoke in the ethers, that one day they would return. And we like to think that they were not failed, that our return, many of us who come from that ancestry, our return represents that faith, that hope, and that reality that that was not in vain.
Special thanks, hold on. Special thanks to Government of Ghana, Diaspora Affairs, Black Star Line Festival, yes, Rabbi. Why Cohen? Alavi? Yeah, I'm surprised to see the rabbi. Team Chappell. The rabbi threw me off. Why y'all always in our business? Yes, I understand there's good people, but can we have some business to our own?
This is for a lot of us, including me, like our first real interactions with the continent. And this amazing artist that he is, if you don't remember, he was kind of chastised and had his character violently assassinated through specific dialogue and wording about the continent to make him seem like he wasn't the person that he was. And without further ado, stand up and give a round of applause for Dave Chappell!
You hear the disappointment? They sound so disappointed that Dave showed up. Come on, CH. You seen the report. You come on, man. No booze.
I said to myself, if this guy ever calls me, no matter what he asks me, I should go. And he called me. I didn't expect him to call
Damn.
And he said, I'm doing something in Ghana and I need you to come. And I was like, let me see if I can make it. I hung up the phone. I'm like, thank God just asked me to do some shit I feel like doing. So thank you, Chance. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's the ceiling.
Nice.
This is the blackest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, man.
I'm from Washington, D.C., you know. They call us Chocolate City, but it's not like this. But it was remarkable because I was driving from the airport, looking out the window, seeing everybody going about their lives. The way people smiled had real joy in it. The guards were down with one another. Police were black, the people were black. Whatever the predicament is in Ghana, it seems like everyone understands that we collectively are in it. And this is a unique thing to witness in America. I think a lot of Americans of
Man.
African descent have a longing for respect, something that we don't even know that we need. And we are very respectful to one another back home. Me being from Chicago, no. It's disrespectful motherfuckers out there. We stopped at a red light, and some children and some adults came to the car to ask for money. They're smiling beautifully, like, you know, normally when this happens in America, I lock the door, but I was like, let me get these people out.
Hell no. Judo, damn.
You don't know, man, but America's a Trump guy.
Hey.
Like, oh, who is this child? Come up on the car, this nigga might have a gun. We can think of shit like this. These kids don't have no guns or nothing. Beautiful smiles. That's a long story. We are here for you. So Ghana in particular never really occurred to me in the beginning, early in my life.
Hold on. Let's go back to that crowd. Let me ask y'all one thing. When they pan to this crowd, let me ask you one thing objectively. When they pan to this crowd, how much LGBTQ stuff did you see?
So Ghana in particular never really occurred to me in the beginning.
My point, I don't see where they're spinning this problem from. You know what I'm talking about? There was this big problem, enough for us to make a news report about. Come on.
The first time Ghana occurred to me specifically, it had an origin in a place I was recently, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, of all places. Great NBA player, former NBA player, Alonzo Mourning, does a charity event every year called Zoe's Summer Brews. And he asked me to come to his charity event. It's at a casino that's owned, I don't know all the stuff back there, but it's owned by Seminole Indians. This time the casino was fairly new. This is a reparation that many Native American tribes get where they're allowed to legally do gambling on their reservations and you know, the tribes, you know, make money.
You hear what he said, right? How they using the land for the natives, whatever you want to say. I don't really care because there was people that was here. The Aboriginals.
It's cultural reparation. It's not like they're giving them anything.
Culture reparation.
Relax the law. Mom comes in or whatever happens, and then they start, you know, they get gambling licenses and they start having casinos. So I'm doing this gig there, and I'll tell you why that's important. Because when I went on stage, or before I went on stage, I met one of my basketball heroes. It's a guy named who just recently passed away, the late great Bill Russell. I saw him in the hallway.
They know who that is?
Nice. And I said, look, I can't talk. They call my name. Dave Chappell. I go on. And man, when I tell you this show went terrible. I mean, man, it went terrible. And you know whose fault it was? The motherfucking Seminole Indians. They got all the seats in the front row. And heckling and talking all this shit. And then I would go back at them, and I was only supposed to do an hour, but the show was going so bad, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay. And make them just sit through it. This must have been maybe 15 years ago. My kids were really young at the time, and I'm standing on stage, and I look over, and my kids who have seen me do shows before, never seen me do bad. They were watching, and this, and me and the crowd going back and forth, and I look over there, and I say, stay right there, kids. And I said, watch me all night if you have to. Because these people, I said, will never break me. And this show went on for hours. Terrible show.
Damn.
Like not long after I quit Chappell show, so everybody still thought I was crazy. And then I got off stage, and Bill Russell pulled me aside and said, you know, when I was in the league, it almost drove me crazy. He said, you know what kept me sane? I said, what? He said, I went to Ghana for a month every year. They told me, he said, you should go.
He said what?
And that was the first time he and said, you know, when I was in the league, it almost drove me crazy. He said, you know what kept me sane? I said, what? He said, I went to Ghana for a month every year. They told me, he said, you should go.
I still can't make out what he said.
And
I got on
that was the
headphones.
first time anyone ever mentioned something like that to me. And at the time, I was thinking, nigga, that doesn't sound relaxing at all. This is the first night that I ever heard or thought of going to Ghana, and I know that you guys
Oh, he went to
are
Ghana. Okay.
possibly on the cusp of being in a very similar situation. I've learned in the last 20 years that Africa is the biggest money grab on earth. Long standing, but I see a lot of Chinese writing around here.
Run that back one more again. Africa. What? 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 Say it again for the people in the back.
Cusp, or possibly on the cusp of being in a very similar situation. I've learned in the last 20 years that Africa is the biggest money grab on earth. Long standing, but I see
Now, who's
a
there?
lot of Chinese writing around here. See it coming. I'm just telling you. I'm saying that the whole world. I remember my mother took me to a dinner once, and the keynote speaker was Colin Powell. And before he went on, there were 23 CEOs of major American companies, oil companies, telecom companies, everything. All of them
Damn.
had extensive business plans for Africa. They said the only thing that's stopping them from diving in head first is what they said, stability of government. You know, stability of government. Just trying to figure out how to keep as much of it for themselves as possible, is what I imagine. The next time I thought about going to Ghana but in particular, was recently. And I read an article with Stevie Wonder where he said he intended to die here. And Stevie Wonder is a friend of mine. He was with Chance and I that beautiful night in Ohio. Just him talking about the end of his life is upsetting. He's the soul of Black American culture. So what does it say about America if our soul discusses leaving our body?
Damn, that's deep.
Our country could be dying. And if this is where he's going, well then I'm going to go with him. Because obviously, Stevie Wonder said, go to heaven. I mentioned it publicly to on a podcast. Naomi Campbell does a podcast. She asked me to do it, and I told her, like, you know, I want to have a comedy club here.
I heard about that. They opened on a comedy club in Africa.
You know, comedy is going to be a very, very important genre in Africa, and
I agree.
it's almost non-existent here. What's important about stand-up comedy is the same reason the kings of old never killed their court jester. Because if you kill the guy that tells all these jokes, who will ever tell you the truth?
Oh,
That's how I'm able to say all
bars. Hold the phone. Bars. Bars. Damn, run that back.
kings of old never killed their court jester. Because if you kill the guy that tells all these jokes,
Damn.
That's how I'm able to say all the things that I'm able to say.
You said enough with that one.
Why not? Why can't I say
That's a
that?
huge
If
one.
not me, then who? Maybe Michael Blackson.
Hell no. Michael Blackson. I knew he was around there. Looking like midnight. What's that one joke you say? He looked like under the bed.
Michael, if you don't know, is an incredibly well-respected comedian.
Michael funny than a mother.
And a very independent one. And, he makes an enormous amount of money. But he makes it independently. I used to be like you, Michael. If we were chickens, I'm a free-range chicken. I used to peck all around the barnyard. Now Netflix just puts it in a trough. Michael went through the trauma of being an African in America amongst black children. And, the phrase African booty scratcher came up a lot. But because we didn't know, we had so much shame. I think Africans would do that genre better than anybody. You just got to give them the opportunity. Trevor Noah, I went and visited his South Africa.
Trevor usually gets mixed reviews in America.
He was in Soweto, his ancestral home.
We all do.
I say ancestral. We went to Soweto. I met him at his grandmother's house. God rest her soul. She recently passed away. A very humble house in Soweto. I walked in. Clearly, Trevor had bought her everything she could possibly want, but she did not want to move from this house in Soweto. I asked him, why wouldn't she want to? He said, because they used to make us move. These are her friends. This is her neighborhood. I walked with him down the street. Nobody cared that he was famous. I watched him speak. I'm guessing 3 different languages. He's doing them all.
Damn.
I've always liked Trevor. I've always respected him, but never more than when I saw where he came from. Because he watched all us young black dudes on Def Comedy Jam, and he did it himself. He made a way for himself. And now he performs in the upper echelons of stand-up comedy in the United States. He's a very big star. So if given the opportunity, what people can do with it here, I think is astronomical. Another person I want to recognize, Vanessa Williams is here. Vanessa Williams.
Oh, for real? I ain't seen Vanessa Williams in years.
Came to prominence as being the first black Miss America. That's right. And
40 years ago.
it was 40 years, but it
Damn.
looked like it was yesterday.
She holding it.
I seen a new one. She ain't got shit on you. This woman out there now, I'm the 6th black. Listen. Ain't no like first time. But it's that, man. I mean,
The
we've
6th.
been for so long, but I think right now we have an opportunity to make bigger moves. Your president did me the honor of just taking a meeting with me. And unlike Meek Mills, I wore pants. What kind of nigga meets the president in shorts? Meek Mills, that's who.
He said he met the president in shorts.
Meek Mills, his song, he wants free nasty old 3 bad bitches. I think everyone from America that found their way here today, I think we're all in search for some peace. And I think
Man, he spoke the truth off of that one. Ooh-wee.
one of the first things Chance ever asked me to do was perform at a library in Chicago. All the young people would go. He would bring people like me in, and we would just talk to them or perform for them. And I was really impressed when I went there that he was doing this. This was a real famous guy.
Hell no.
Again, the first thing I noticed about you was that you're a community-oriented person, and like I say, within hip hop, there's all sorts. Kweli, very responsible actor in hip hop, an activist. When Twitter first was launched, Ferguson was happening in Missouri. Michael Brown, a guy named Michael Brown got killed by the police.
Oh
People
yeah.
in Ferguson, Missouri were very upset about it. There were riots. There was a lot of confusion in the media of what was actually happening on the street. And Talib Kweli was the first celebrity I've ever seen fly to Missouri, go on this new app called Twitter, and he said, I know a lot of you trust my eyes, so I'm loaning them to this situation. And
Damn.
every few hours, he would tweet in real
I
time
ain't know that.
what he was seeing on the ground. I'm very proud to know a person who did that. Kweli is currently banned from Twitter. He likes to fight on Twitter. But it
Damn.
started out great.
This ain't started out great.
We did an event here, an art piece, Aquaba, welcoming you to Ghana.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yo.
And Tony came out to the event.
Wow.
And that gave birth to a campaign that I have called Ghana Feels Good. Now,
Good name.
Feels good.
yes, because you now know this is a high vibrational place. And everybody
High vibrational place. Bingo.
in here feels this power. This year, 2023, means the number 7. It means the generator, the 7th of the alphabet is the G. We are
Oh shit.
generating power in this room because we're sharing the same universal consciousness. What this has inspired me to do, Black Star Line Festival. We have a campaign now right here in Ghana. We're honoring King Pele, Virgil Abloh, Chadwick Boseman. And my question to you both is, I want you guys to come out to our art exhibit in Laboni and check it out because Afro-Brazilians need to be a part of the
Afro-Brazilians,
next
yo.
They're the biggest black population outside of Africa. Pele's bodyguard, I guarantee you nobody knows this.
I knew it. That's where they, yo, the boats, yo. Follow the boats. I knew. Hey, they don't tell you that. They be like, oh, stay away from Brazil. You might have pirates today. Everywhere where there's black people, there's pirates, right? Somalia. I mean, yeah, there's pirates in Somalia, but damn. They make the whole East Coast Africa pirate driven. I mean, it might be, but damn. You know the media got to spin some. Spin some to lose some? Yeah. They spin the gain. Yeah. I did know Brazil had a huge population. Dude, Brazilian jazz. I mean, come on now.
King Pele's bodyguard is Ghanaian and lives right here in Ghana. We have something to be proud of.
That's badass.
But we also need to connect and keep doing these things because even when I talk to Chance, his mother's sitting right here, the womb of creation, that the man that is making all this possible for us is sitting right here. I've been wanting to get your great-grandmother because ancestor veneration will break generational curses. A lot of black Americans that have been coming over here know what the power of that means. You can heal your family, you can heal your whole bloodline. So what I also want people to be encouraged to know that, what does Wakanda mean? Wakanda means worship of nature. Our ancestors knew how to connect and get involved with a higher power, which is within us. So by us being connected like this, it's going to be a beautiful time for Ghana, for Africa, and for the diaspora.
That's right. That's right. You have to be very clear about what the power is or who the power is. Now, how do you look at it? If a corporation like Coca-Cola comes to Chance the Rapper and says, we be in our commercial, is Coca-Cola the power or is Chance? Well, why do they want Chance? Because it turns out that the people are the power. Because he has access to them that they cannot buy.
Exactly.
For example, Chance first saw me on the acting studio after I had lost my show and was bellyaching to this guy Jim Lipton about how I lost the show. And then years later, I came back to entertainment. And Netflix, who I was working with, started streaming Chappell Show, the show that I had lost. And I called the CEO of Netflix. and I asked him to do me a favor and drop the show. He said, well, I can't really do that. I mean, this, that, and the other. I said, not forever. I said, just drop it for a minute. I'll tell you when to pick it up, and when you pick it up, you will see that my consent is valuable. And I robbed him. I got my show back. And the way I did it,
He said, I
by
robbed him.
asking people who like me to stop watching it. And they did.
Yes. Power. That's why you ain't canceling Dave.
And people did think that I would get in trouble for that. But I understood that the monster that bullied me through my youth, this ailing monster, that the business relationship that I'm about to have with that monster is going to be a functional and healthy one, not a non-existent one. But that I understood where my power was, that I have a connection to you. And I just asked you to do this thing for me. What difference does it make if I get paid or not? Is what the network thinks. But if you say I can't enjoy it if I know he's unhappy, then that makes a difference. And it was a precedent that no one will soon forget in that town. So you have to remember that the power is with those people who in my opinion. So what Chance is saying is absolutely right. The more we take care of each other, the less we need anyone interceding in our healthy relationships.
Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? Exactly what he said. I'll run this back again. Who does this sound like?
People,
hold on, let me get this back.
It's a precedent that no one will soon forget in that town. So you have to remember that the power is with those people who in my opinion. So what Chance is saying is absolutely right. The more we take care of each other, the less we need anyone interceding in our healthy relationships.
Who does that sound like? Answer. The Jewish. That's exactly what they do. They've been telling us. You just ain't been doing it. You gotta come together. Work together. Support together. Build up. We're talking about all this stuff that happened over in what was that? The Missouri? The bombing of the what was that? The I can't think of the name now. The town. The black town that they burned and bombed and whatever. They did the same thing in Philadelphia. They did the same thing in New York City. Times Square used to be a prominent black flourishing area. There's a lake in Georgia that used to be a city, black, burnt down, sticking together. We haven't done that since then. We got little banks that pop up here and there, but how much support is they getting? I'm saying, Abe is absolutely right. Let me run that back again for those at the back that didn't hear it.
It's a precedent that no one will soon forget in that town.
Set the precedent. Control the narrator. The narrative.
Those people
Be the narrator.
So what Chance is saying is absolutely right. The more we take care of each other, the less we need anyone interceding in our healthy relationships. We don't need the government or anybody else to tell us to do that. The more we foster trust amongst each other, the more our word is our bond, well then how can we not be successful?
I'm saying. He's absolutely right. So, this is completely different than what that earlier news report had, whatever going on, because it don't sound anti-gay to me. Y'all just want to keep spinning that gay shit. Stop it. We all tired of it. Y'all ain't doing nothing but putting people in danger. You're starting to make people have strong feelings, and you know that's in the United States. Have strong feelings. People can't do this. People can't do that. People can't say this. People can't say that. Stop it. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The stuff you're trying to act like is preventing, you actually making worse. It's all bullshit. I like the Morris star right there too. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I have completed this mission. We're going to be shooting some more videos right after I click off of here. So I got things to do. See you 2 and 2. Deuces on the flips. I got to dip.
Cheese